Welcome to the Shreveport Connection with Tommy. This video is on your SmackDown video for March 20th, 2018. Happy birthday goes to AJ Lee, April Jeanette Mendez Brooks. Celebrates her 31st birthday. Also celebrating birthdays were Matt Seidel, turning 35, who was formerly known as Evan Bourne, who is now working for GFW. And longtime WWE referee Jimmy Corderos, who turned 56. The advertised dark match main event heading into the episode of Raw with John Cena, Roman Reigns, of Raw has been John Cena, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Braun Strowman versus Kane, Miz, Sheamus, and Cesaro in an 8-man tag match action. The same dark match that was advertised last week's show never took place. Big Cass was backstage for last night's Raw, and word going around that he is in the final stages of being cleared to return to the ring. PW Insider adds that Cass was telling people that he has been cleared to return, but no storyline yet. Cass has been out of action since August 2017 with a torn ACL. It was believed that he would be out until May, but it looks like he will be back working storylines before then. The Rock has announced new Rampage Monsters Unleashed contest to promote the Rampage movie that hits theaters April 13th. The winners will join Rock on the Rampage World Tour to promote the movie. Details are in this link on his Instagram post by the former WWE champion. When it comes to the fans, you know I love to go big and fun. Big meets bigger in the Rampage Monsters Unleashed contest. I'm personally picking 8 fans around the world to join me on the Rampage World Tour. All you have to do is download our new AR app. Go big on unleashing the creatures in your hometown. Then enter your video in the Rampage Monsters Unleashed contest for a chance to win. No purchase necessary. Contest ends March 23rd, 2018. Due to the fact that YouTube is having issues with my uploads on Google Chrome, the contest will probably be over by the time I upload these videos. And you can see the official rules in the bio. Secretly, this is my version of Willy Wonka's Golden Ticket. Trent Seven is officially a member of WWE NXT roster after making sporadic appearances for the brand dating back to last year following his participating in the WWE United Kingdom Championship Tournament. He's been heavily in the indie-fed guy. He is now listed on WWE.com's NXT roster page, and you see his profile on WWE.com. Seven and Tyler Bate, collectively known as the Mustache Mountain, were scheduled to face One Lorcan and Danny Burch on an episode of NXT in the final first round of the match of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. However, a knee injury to Bate forced Mustache Mountain to withdraw from the tournament. At Real King Regal, unfortunately, at Tyler_Bate has suffered an injury that will prevent Mustache Mountain from participating in the #Dusty Classic. I will use the weekend to evaluate how we will finish this unfortunate set of circumstances. WWE announced today that Daniel Bryan has finally been cleared to return to wrestle. Shinsuke Nakamura took to Twitter and wrote the following on a potential dream match with Bryan in a WWE ring. At Shinsuke in, this is great news. No one needs to wish anymore. You can see it. You can see it with their eyes. #Nakamura versus Bryan. WWE announced today that Daniel Bryan has finally been cleared to return to the ring. Bryan took to Twitter this afternoon and revealed that he will discuss the big news during the opening segment of tonight's SmackDown episode. It will be interesting to see if Bryan keeps working as SmackDown General Manager and what kind of WrestleMania 34 plans they have for him. Here are some of the reactions and big news with tweets from WWE Champion AJ Styles, Raw General Manager Kurt Angle, EC3, WWE Hall of Famer Jim Ross, Seth Rollins, actor Stephen Amell, and others. Well, Daniel Bryan says, saying goodbye to the ring was one of the hardest moments of my life, but thanks to the amazing people supporting me, I was able to keep fighting for my dream. This moment feels surreal, and I'm glad to be able to talk to you all at the beginning of hashtag SD Live tonight. At Real Kurt Angle says, so, at WWE Daniel Bryan is cleared to wrestle. I'm liking this a lot. Hashtag it's true. Hashtag WM35. At WWE Dillinger. Hashtag yes. At Chad Gable. At WWE Gable. Father-son tag team? And then there's a link for that. At WWE, Daniel Bryan equals trending worldwide. Hashtag yes, yes, yes. At AJ Styles Org. That's AJ's Twitter account. I couldn't be happier for Daniel. Being away for 2 years must have felt like an eternity. But today he's back and where he belongs. And that can be found in that link. At Matt Hardy brand, the hashtag 7 deities have bestowed a kindness upon the at WWE universe. In return for deleting Bray and Abigail into the lake of reincarnation, we've all been rewarded with a regenerated vessel for the Dragon of America. It truly was the hashtag ultimate deletion. Hashtag yes, yes, yes. And the link for you. At Becky Lynch, WWE. Amazing news. A little more on that. At Catherine Kelly. This makes me so crazy happy. At No Way Jose. Who just may be making his debut real soon. From NXT. This is amazing. Let the celebration begin. Hashtag welcome back. Hashtag yes. At WWE Drama King. Aiden English's Twitter account. What a Rusev Day surprise. One of the best ever returns to the ring finally. Charlotte's Twitter account. At Miss Charlotte WWE. Daniel Bryan. Hashtag Daniel Bryan. At Goldust. At WWE Daniel Bryan. Welcome back. WWE Rollins. This may be a first in all of professional sports. So stoked for Bryan and for what it could mean for head trauma research and rehabilitation in contact athletics. At Sin Cara, WWE, Bienvenido, at Daniel Bryan, Ahor el Mundo de la Lucha Libre, Esta de Fiesta. Hope I pronounced my Spanish correctly. Other wrestlers, Alexander Wolf, Twitter account, the Wolf, the WWE Wolf. Nothing is impossible. Lillian Garcia at Lillian Garcia. Wow, wow, wow. Or shall I say yes, yes, yes. Congrats at WWE Daniel Bryan. This makes me so happy to hear. At Stephen Amell. He just gives a link. Must be a picture. At Killian Dane. Yes. JR's Barbecue. Couldn't happen to a better man. The consummate pro at Daniel Bryan. Brooklyn Brawler Twitter account. Brawler Real. I'm so happy for at Daniel Bryan and the entire WWE universe. Drew McIntyre Twitter account. DM McIntyre, WWE, incredible. 2018, man. It's going to be a heck of a year. The big guy, Ryback, at Ryback22. If the news is true, congratulations to at WWE Daniel Bryan for staying patient and positive during the last few years. Good things do happen to good people. The real EC3. Good. I've been meaning to punch him in the face for years now. Sean Waltman, his Twitter account, The Real X-Pac. Congratulations at WWE Daniel Bryan. And that closes out all the comments from most of the wrestlers. Bobby Roode, WWE United States Champion versus Jinder Mahal and Sunil Singh in a tag action has been announced for next Tuesday's SmackDown episode from Pittsburgh. The match was made after the segment on tonight's show with the four say, with Orton will defend his title in a triple threat against Rude and Jinder in a triple threat. Several superstars are now official for the first ever WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal and the 5th annual Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal at WrestleMania 34. Coming out of tonight's SmackDown, and here are the updates listing for each match. Women's Battle Royal: Sasha Banks, Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, Sarah Logan, Naomi, Becky Lynch. Others to be announced. Men's Battle Royal: Scott Dawson, Dash Wilder, Baron Corbin, Ty Dillinger, Mojo Rawley, and others to be announced. Also noted, SmackDown General Manager Daniel Bryan getting physical in the ring for the first time since 2015, as he's been cleared to return to action for WWE. Bryan fired Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens last week for the attack on Shane McMahon, but they beat him down. Bryan fought back and had momentum going at one point, but the show ended with Bryan being taken away on a stretcher. This should lead to Shane and Bryan versus Owens and Sami at WrestleMania 34. Shane tweeted the following after the attack to Bryan at Shane McMahon. On a night that should have been one of Daniel Bryan's finest, Sami and KO proved that they are vile, spineless cowards. Neither of them belong in at WWE. And hashtag SD Live. I just hope this didn't set back Daniel's in-ring return ever further. Lana and Rusev continue to mock WWE mixed challenge teams as they prepare to get the results of the second chance vote tonight. Below are impersonations of Big E and Carmella, Naomi and SmackDown Tag Team Champions Jimmy Uso and Shinsuke Nakamura and Natalya. New Day and Carmella at this link. Jimmy Uso at this link. Shinsuke Natalya doing him an HBA Heartbreak Kid impersonation at this link. All right, well, SmackDown General Manager Daniel Bryan kicked off the show and talked about finally getting cleared to return to the ring for WWE. Bryan gave huge pop to his wife, Brie Bella, for constantly pushing him to fight for his dreams, encouraging him to keep visiting specialists and not giving up. This led to a thank you Brie chant from the crowd in the arena and similar hashtag trending on Twitter. Bryan later said he did not know when he will be back in the ring for WWE, but it will happen. He looked at the WrestleMania 34 banner and teased a match in New Orleans, but said he did not know if it would be happening. And here's a video from that segment. We saw Bryan getting emotional at one point. Jinder Mahal versus Bobby Roode versus U.S. Champion Randy Orton is now official for WrestleMania 34 in New Orleans. Jinder and Roode took to Twitter and wrote the following on the triple threat at Real Bobby Roode and an opportunity to reclaim my hashtag U.S. title at hashtag WrestleMania. The setting doesn't get any bigger. The stakes don't get any higher. Hashtag glorious. And Jinder Mahal says justice has finally been served on hashtag SD Live. At hashtag WrestleMania, I go from being the uncrowned hashtag U.S. champion to the absolute ruler of the U.S. hashtag U.S. title. And here is a new video of TMZ Sports talking to Paul Heyman regarding UFC fighter Francis Ngannou, saying that this week he wants a fight with Universal Champion Brock Lesnar inside the octagon. Well, there's your guy who Brock Lesnar will face when he leaves WWE and heads back to UFC. Heyman wonders why he's always asked about people calling out Lesnar, because it's always happening as the Beast is the biggest box office attraction in sports entertainment. UFC and WWE. Heyman says it's one thing to ask for a fight with Lesnar, but it's a whole different story when you actually have to fight Lesnar. Heyman then reminds us what happened to Roman Reigns on last night's Raw and what will happen to him at WrestleMania 34. Thank you, seeing it that late. Dark match before SmackDown in Dallas saw Zack Ryder, Tyler Breeze, and Fandango defeat Mojo Rawley, Shelton Benjamin, and Chad Gable in six-man action. Correspondent noted that Ryder received a very loud reaction. Up there with some of the reactions you heard for top superstars while in attendance for Monday's Raw. SmackDown Live started. We began with a look at the February 8th, 2016 Raw when Daniel Bryan had to announce his in-ring retirement. We go to earlier today with an announcement that Daniel Bryan has been cleared to return to wrestling. Live in Dallas, Texas, and your announcers are Corey Graves, Byron Saxton, and Tom Phillips. Daniel Bryan makes his way to the ring. Daniel thanks everyone. He says that something horrific happened to Shane McMahon last week, but the two people he needs to talk to are not here yet. With that said, Daniel says he is going to talk about something else. A little over 2 years ago, he was forced to retire. It was one of the hardest days of his life. Daniel says he focused on one thing, being grateful. He continued to focus on those things. There were times when he was depressed on not doing what he loved to do. There were times when he was hungry for not being able to do what he loves to do. But he became grateful. Daniel says there was a lot to be thankful for. He says he has a great family and great friends and the best fans in the world. He also has an amazing wife, which told him want to get back into the ring. She told him that is great to feel wonderful, but you need to achieve your dreams. He went to a specialist and then they gave him good news. He went to another. When he was cleared, she told him he needs to fight for his dreams. When he got depressed, he wasn't just grateful, he fought. There was a time when he wanted to quit, but instead of walking out, she told him, you don't walk out. You fight for your dreams, and if you fight for your dreams fight for you. Every hard thing seems impossible until it becomes real. Over the last 2 months, he asked WWE to relook at his case. They sent him to the best neurologists all over the country. Every doctor he said the same thing. You are cleared. There was a time when being cleared to compete in the WWE ring seemed impossible, but it is real. Daniel says he has a lot of thank yous. He wants to thank WWE and its doctors. They looked at him as a person and not the wrestler, and he is thankful for that. He is thankful for giving him a second look. Daniel thanks everyone here and everyone watching at home because you have supported him for this entire time. Every week when he comes out, you chant yes, and you chant his name. For that, Daniel says thank you. Daniel says he wants to thank Bree. He says you don't truly understand how much she has supported him for the last 2 years, and he is truly grateful. Now, on to the fun stuff. Daniel says he does not exactly when or where he will get back in the ring. The crowd points to the WrestleMania sign and they chant WrestleMania. Daniel thinks about it and he asks if that sounds like a good idea. He does not know about WrestleMania, but he asks if Daniel Bryan will compete again in a WWE ring, and the crowd chants yes. And we go to commercial. Match number 1. Rusev with Aiden English versus Shinsuke Nakamura. They lock up, Rusev with a wrist lock. Nakamura uses ropes to reverse the hold. Rusev with a side headlock takedown, but Nakamura with a head scissors. They both get back up to their feet. They have a test of strength, but Nakamura avoids Rusev and tells him to come on. Nakamura with a knee and a round kick. Rusev responds, then they go back and forth. Rusev sends Nakamura into the corner and kicks Nakamura in the leg. Rusev with a spinning heel kick for a near fall. Rusev with a short arm clothesline. Rusev with kicks to the back, then he gets a near fall. Nakamura with forearms, but Rusev with a back elbow. Rusev with a reverse chin lock. Nakamura with a jawbreaker, but he runs into a boot from Rusev. Rusev with a kick to Nakamura, followed by elbow drops, and Rusev gets a near fall. Rusev chokes Nakamura in the ropes, and Rusev follows up with a belly-to-back suplex for a near fall. Rusev nails a reverse chin lock. Locks it in for a rest hold. Nakamura with elbow to escape the hold, but Rusev with a knee. Nakamura with a flying boot to the head. Nakamura strikes to Rusev, followed by kicks to the chest. Rusev blocks a kick, but Nakamura uses the other leg. Nakamura chokes Rusev in the corner and then puts Rusev on the turnbuckles for a running knee to the midsection. Rusev for a drop toe hold as he tries for the accolade, but Nakamura escapes. Rusev with a round kick to the temple for a near fall. Rusev prepares to Machka, but Nakamura moves out of the way. Nakamura floats over into a cross arm breaker attempt, and Nakamura with a near fall. Rusev with a near fall for himself. Nakamura with a roll up for the 3 count. After the match, English attacks Nakamura and Rusev joins in on the attack. Styles watches, and then he takes his sweet time to get ready to help. Nakamura is able to fight off Rusev, and English. So AJ's attempts to take off his jacket was for nothing. We get a video package for SmackDown's women's title match and the challenger Asuka. Charlotte is in her dressing room watching the monitor. Natalya enters the ring and she says that Charlotte is so busted. She says that she can see the look in her eyes because Charlotte is scared. She says the clock is ticking and it's only a matter of time until the Queen bows to the Empress. Charlotte says she is looking forward to her toughest challenge. Natalya says she is better than both of them. She complains about how Asuka came in and took her WrestleMania moment. Charlotte says that Natalya can face her tonight. We go to commercial. We're back and AJ walks in the back and Shinsuke Nakamura tells AJ he did not need his help. AJ says he knows. AJ interrupts Nakamura to say what Nakamura is going to say about beating AJ at WrestleMania. Nakamura says that AJ needs more confidence and he will do it with a knee to the face. Match number 2, Baron Corbin versus Ty Dillinger. Dillinger gets a waist lock and Corbin backs him into the turnbuckles as the match starts. Dillinger with a side headlock as he holds on. Corbin blocks the snapmare. Dillinger with a running forearm. Corbin misses a kick and Ty with a chop. Corbin with a punch. Corbin with a forearm. He sends Dillinger into the turnbuckles. Corbin slides around the ring post and Ty with a jumping boot and clothesline to send Corbin over the top rope to the floor. Dillinger comes off the apron and Corbin catches him by the throat. Dillinger escapes and kicks Corbin. They return to the ring and Ty comes off the turnbuckles. Corbin catches Dillinger and then sends him to the floor. Corbin nails the end of days for the 3 count. Charlotte makes her way to the ring for a match against Natalya back to commercial. Match number 3, Charlotte versus Natalya in a non-title match. They lock up and Natalya gets a wrist lock. Charlotte with an arm drag. They lock up again and Natalya with another wrist lock. Charlotte with a reversal. Natalya with a reversal and a double leg takedown, but Charlotte escapes and applies a front face lock. Charlotte with a waist lock takedown as she gets a near fall. Natalya with an Irish whip and Charlotte floats over. Charlotte with a roll up for a near fall. Charlotte with a figure 4. Head scissors and then she rolls Natalya around the ring. Natalya with 4 arms and Charlotte with a flare flip to the apron just like her daddy. And then she gets a roll up as she returns to the ring. Charlotte with a neck breaker and a boot to the chest that sends Natalya to the floor. And we got a commercial break. We're back at Natalya with a novel stretch to the backside, but Charlotte rolls through and hits a drop kick. Natalya with an elbow, but Charlotte blocks a kick and connects with a forearm. Natalya avoids a knee drop that sends Charlotte into the turnbuckle. Natalya with a snapmare and she runs over Charlotte's back, but Charlotte with a clothesline. Charlotte with chops followed by an Irish whip and a chop. And Natalya comes out of the corner. Charlotte with an exploder, but Natalya sends Charlotte into the turnbuckles. Natalya sets up for a discus clothesline, but Charlotte with a boot to the head. Charlotte goes for the figure 4, but Natalya escapes. Charlotte misses a charge in the corner, but Charlotte with a backbreaker and a flatline. Charlotte goes up top and Natalya crosses her, but then hits a spinning sit-out powerbomb, but Charlotte kicks out at 2. Natalya sets up for the sharpshooter as she applies it. Charlotte gets to the ropes and Natalya has to release the hold. Natalya slingshot Charlotte into the rope. Natalya with a discus clothesline for a near fall. Charlotte with a near fall for herself and then goes for the figure 4, but then Natalya kicks her to the floor. Natalya goes to the floor herself, but Charlotte stops her with a spear. Charlotte with a figure 4, leg lock, and she bridges. Natalya tries to reverse and Charlotte goes to the apron and hangs on from the apron with a figure 4. Charlotte goes up top, but Natalya with a forearm. Charlotte knocks Natalya off the turnbuckles. Natalya gets back up and hits a superplex. Both women are down. Carmella tries to come down, make her way to the ring. Carmella gets a briefcase to the referee, but Charlotte with a boot to Carmella. Natalya with a roll up for the 3 count. Winner of the match, Natalya. Non-title. We're back in the Usos after commercial break. Make their way to the ring. Jimmy says at Fastlane it was Usos versus New Day to battle over the SmackDown titles. Jay said it was one of the hottest rivalries renewed and they put on a classic. The winner goes to WrestleMania as the tag team champions. Jimmy says until the Bludgeon Brothers got involved, they were not after the tag titles. They were there to hurt them. Jimmy says that Jay is still banged up. Jay says they are still here. Jay says they are holding down this tag division and they show their titles. Jimmy tells the Bludgeon Brothers they don't know how to back down. Jay says they only know how to go hard, and the best tag team the WWE has ever seen. Jimmy says that they are not just going to stand there and let people take their chance at being on WrestleMania. Jimmy says they're going toward tonight. Jay says it does not matter if they are 100% or not. It is on. Locked down when you get in the ring. Match number 4, Jimmy Uso with Jey Uso versus Luke Harper with Eric Rowan. Singles action. Jimmy slowly goes to the floor before locking up. Luke follows, and Rowan follows Luke. Jimmy gets back into the ring and knocks Luke off the apron with a forearm. Luke stops a suicide dive attempt with a forearm, and he sends Jimmy to the floor and then sends Jimmy into the announce table. They return to the ring with Harper nailing a punch as he chokes Jimmy. Harper nails chops. Jimmy goes down when Harper goes for a crossbody in the corner. Harper goes over the top to the floor. Jimmy with a drop toe hold that sends Harper into the matrix board. Jimmy is frozen by Rowan on the apron. Harper is sent into Rowan as he is knocked off the apron. Jay hits Harper, and Jimmy gets a near fall. Harper with a thrust kick, and sets up for a power bomb, but Jimmy gets to his feet. Jimmy with a kick, but Harper with a thrust kick to cross Jimmy, and then he sends Jimmy into the top of the ring post. Harper with a discus clothesline for the 3 count. Jinder Mahal and Sunil Singh walk in the back as we go to commercial, getting ready for their tag team match. We're back, and Sunil Singh introduces Jinder Mahal. Jinder says that all of the people who are booing him are hypocrites. He has sacrificed everything to be on the grand stage. Jinder says he does not have to be here. He could be vacationing anywhere. He could be the biggest star in Bollywood. Hint, that was the tag team name of the Singh brothers in Ring of Honor. The Bollywood Boys. Jinder says he restored glory into the WWE Championship. He made SmackDown the premier show. You shower him with your jealousy? Jinder says you should be worshiping the ground he walks on. You claim to be open-minded and look for a change, but all you want is a status quo with Randy Orton? Bobby Roode's music interrupts. Bobby says the only hypocrite is you. Bobby says respect is a two-way street, and you don't deserve any respect. As a matter of fact, the only thing you reserve at WrestleMania is him beating Jinder in the middle of the ring to win back his U.S. title. When he does, it will be, like gets interrupted by Randy Orton. Randy tells Jinder to shut up. He does not understand why nobody respects you. You don't understand why your name is not mentioned when the greatest champions of all time. It is because without the help of your little stooge, you suck. Jinder leaves Sunil in the ring. As he escapes, Randy stops Sunil and hits the IEDDT. Orton twists into position for Rude with a kick, and he hits the Glorious DDT. Rude tries for a Glorious DDT on Orton, but Orton escapes. Orton tries for an RKO, but Orton escapes. But Rude escapes. Now, not in the next segment. Naomi and Becky Lynch walk in the back as we go to commercial. Match number 5, Becky Lynch and Naomi versus Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan with Ruby Riott in their corner. The Riot Squad. Sarah runs Naomi in the corner as the bell rings and Liv tags in. Naomi avoids both, and Naomi with kicks to both women as she gets a near fall on Liv. Becky tags in and they hit a double hip toss. Becky with a back heel kick and a knee. Liv goes into the ropes as she kicks Becky in the thigh. Becky with an Irish whip. But Liv sends Becky into the turnbuckles. Liv sends Becky into Sarah's boot, and then Sarah tags in and kicks Becky. Sarah with a snapmare, running knee to the head for a near fall. Sarah with a cobra clutch. Becky sends Sarah over the top rope to the floor. Sarah knocks Naomi off the apron to rip a tag. Becky with a takedown, and she applies a disarmer. Naomi with a rear view to stop Liv's interference, and Sarah taps out. Winners of the match, Becky and Naomi. Daniel Bryan is on the phone. Backstage, he is told that Kevin Owens and Sami have arrived. He tells the production assistant he will see them in the ring. We go to commercial. Back from the break, Daniel is on the turnbuckles, leading the crowd into the Borgasm Yes chants. Daniel says this has been a big night for him, but there is one more thing to address. The guys are here So he asked for Kevin Owens and Sami to make their way to the ring. Kevin and Sami are in very, 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 very good mood as they make their way to the ring. Kevin hugs Daniel, and then Sami shakes Daniel's hand and hugs him. Kevin says they are so thrilled for him. They weren't going to come because without Shane here, what is the point? Then they got the news everyone has been waiting for. Daniel Bryan has been cleared for in-ring competition, and we'll talk about it on SmackDown. They raced here, and they would have gotten here earlier, but they stopped by Walker, They got stopped by Walker, Texas Ranger, supposedly. They got out of the ticket because everyone is dumber in Texas. They are happy to share this with Daniel. Sami says they wouldn't miss this for the world. You have been their biggest supporters since day one. No one understands them like Daniel. When everyone was jealous of their success, you were fair. When Shane tried to hold them down, you were fair. Now Daniel gets to return to in-ring competition. This is a classic case of good things happen to good people. You talk about a good show. You talk about a show versus B show. Any show with a roster that has Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Daniel Bryan are the top show. That sounds like a dream team. Daniel says he appreciates that, but that is not why he brought them out here. See what happened to Shane last week? At the hands, feet, and other body parts of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn? Sami tells Kevin not to have so much fun. Daniel asks if they thought it was funny. Kevin says they are man enough to say they went too far. Sami says that it looked extreme, but he kind of deserved it. Daniel says they are acting like it's no big deal. This is not a small thing. This is a big deal. They have to know this and understand. You are two of the best performers in this generation. And when Shane McMahon says he was living vicariously through them, Shane was right. They came from the same place, and they have known each other for 15 years. That was more than getting carried away. You assaulted your boss. Daniel says this is what he doesn't get. You won. Shane admitted he was wrong, and he put you in a singles match on the grandest stage of them all. Imagine 10 years ago in an armory in front of 300 people. What would you have done if someone said you would wrestle each other at WrestleMania? Shane was leaving to get out of your way. You still felt the need to assault your boss. Daniel says he does not get it. Shane was right. Daniel says he does not want to have to do this. Daniel says he has been fired by this company twice, and he has came back a better man. You can learn and you can grow. Daniel says he hates that he has to do this. Sami, Kevin, you're fired. This doesn't mean you're gone forever. It means that you're gone now. Daniel says they mean so much to him. Daniel offers his hand to them. They shake his hand and they turn around. And Kevin hits Daniel with a forearm. Kevin yells that you did this. Sami punches Daniel, but Daniel punches back. Bryan with kicks to Owens in the corner, but Sami attacks Daniel. Daniel with a suplex and a running drop kick. Daniel would kick the yes kicks, but Sami stops Daniel before the round kick, and he punches Daniel. Kevin with a super kick. Kevin holds Daniel for a haluva kick. Owens punches Daniel, and Sami sends Daniel to the floor. Sami picks up Daniel for the power bomb on the apron, and he hits it. And that ends the show. Mixed match challenge results: Asuka and The Miz versus Braun Strowman and Alexa Bliss. Asuka and Bliss start things off. Cole says a loss in tag match would end in her streak. Wow, Bliss ends up tagging out after circling the ring with Asuka. Miz doesn't look so thrilled to get into the ring. Strowman walks near him, and he ends up tagging back out. Asuka is in. Bliss is in. Bliss then tags back out again. Get in here and get these hands. Miz gets fired up and ends up tagging Asuka back in. Bliss finally decides to lock up with Asuka. Nope. Tags back out. Asuka and Bliss are back in. Asuka goes to work on Bliss with some massive strikes, running knee to the face, cover for a 2 count. Bliss ends up bumping Miz off the apron. Double kicks by Bliss and Asuka. Strowman decides to end Miz's night by sending him to a barricade. Bliss is momentarily distracted, but catches Asuka Cover for a 2 count. Bliss able to dodge a drop kick by Asuka. Pin for a 2 count. Asuka locked in the center of the ring. Bliss taps out. Winners in advance to the finals. Miz and Asuka. After the match, Braun carries Bliss to the back. Asuka goes out to check on the Miz. Next week, we got Bobby Roode and Charlotte will face Sasha Banks and Finn Balor to see who will face. You get to vote on the Bobby Roode and Charlotte will face Sasha Banks and Finn Balor, who won with 40% of the vote. While hyping their match, Cole Charlotte Roode and Graves made fun of him for the slip up. The Mixed Match Challenge Week 10 bout saw Asuka and Intercontinental Champion Miz defeat Braun Strowman and Raw Women's Champion Alexa Bliss to advance as they continue to fight to earn $100,000 for their charity, Rescue Dogs Rock charity. And tonight's match saw Asuka make Bliss tap out in the middle ring after Braun sent Miz through the barrier on the outside. And if it's still on Facebook Watch, you can watch it at Facebook.com hashtag WWE Mixed Match Challenge. The same people who do 205 reports at Total Divas Hips at Asuka fears no one. Being a champion, Miz yells at Alexa, and Braun lands a big drop kick on Miz. Braun drops a hammer on Miz, cover. Asuka breaks it up and yells, "My streak!" Bliss in. Braun ends up on the floor. Asuka bounces Bliss off the apron and into Braun's arms. Nearly gets counted out as she stares at Braun. Bliss back in the ring, gets some offense on Asuka. Bliss tosses Asuka out of the ring. Tags out, Braun runs in and flips Miz into the ring. He then whips Miz into the turnbuckle and stomps on his back. Well, Total Divas Hips again. Hello, Braun. Braun tries for a power slam. Miz gets out of it. Starts working on Strowman's knee, and it actually brings him down. Miz tries for some kicks to Braun's chest, but they do nothing. Strowman catches one, lifts Miz, and drops him down. Asuka trying to get a tag in. Bliss calls over Braun. She grabs him by the beard and goes for a kiss, but Miz breaks that up. Braun turns around and angrily and chases after Miz, sending him into the barricade. Comments from Divas Hips again. Total Divas Hips. Meat explosion. And that was all that commented from Total Divas Hips. And we go to 205 Live. Cedric Alexander versus Mustafa Ali is now confirmed for WrestleMania 34 as the finals of the WWE Cruiserweight title tournament. The winner of the match will leave with the vacant WWE Cruiserweight title, which can be seen in this link. Ali defeated Drew Gulak on tonight's 205 Live episode to earn the spot in the finals. Last week's episode saw Cedric defeat Roger Strong to make it to the finals. Backstage footage of Cedric Alexander from last week's 205 Live and final message to Drew Gulak and Mustafa Ali can be found in this link. Recapping this week's match for Cedric Alexander defeating Roger Strong with a preview of the show starting off. We see clips of the previous rivalry where Gulak didn't appreciate Ali's high-flying style. Vic Joseph and Nigel McGillis welcome us to tonight's show as we get to the first match. Lince Dorado with Grand Metalik and Kalisto versus Hideo Itami with Akira Tozawa. Itami with some strikes early on, gets tossed out of the ring. Dorado looks like he's going to fly, but fakes out Itami, who takes his time getting back in the ring. Dorado using a high speed to avoid Itami. Hurricane Rana. Itami to the outside. Dorado follows with a corkscrew flip over the top rope. He follows up with some taunting on the announce table, backs him back in the ring, but only for a moment as Hideo launches his opponent out of the ring. Itami out on the floor, drives Dorado back into the ring, and sends him back in. Itami with a big strike to the face. Dorado enters with a springboard crossbody. He tries for a handspring attack, but Itami dodges it and hits the clothesline. Itami sent out to the floor near Metalik and Kalisto. Itami shoves Metalik as he ends up getting shoved right back. Ref totally saw that and calls for the bell. After the match, Kalisto keeps his guys back while Tozawa holds the Tommy back after this one gets thrown out. Recapping Gulak. Over the last couple of weeks, we see Drake Maverick asking when he became such a goof. Gulak says he doesn't like being called that and wants to show what he can do in this tournament. He fully plans on winning and going to WrestleMania to face Cedric Alexander. Backstage, Cedric talks about his match last week, which was the greatest moment in his entire career. Says it hasn't sunk in yet, but he's going to perform for 70,000 people, but the journey isn't over yet. All of this means nothing if he doesn't win the Cruiserweight Championship. Backstage, TJP says he doesn't care who wins at WrestleMania, but does care who's next in line for the title shot, and that's going to be him. TJP versus Kenneth Johnson. Johnson has previously worked on the Cruiserweight Classic. TJP getting in offense first. European uppercut, side suplex. TJP hits an apron, float over senton. Johnson gets a kick to the face and a running cannonball cover for a 1 count. TJP to kick to the knee, dragon screw, kick to the head, detonation kick lands, locks in the knee bar, and Johnson taps. TJP doesn't let up on the hold though. But TJP won by submission. We see some clips of Mustafa Ali, who says that the biggest thing that separates him from the others is heart. Talks about how he was a police officer in Chicago for 4 years before WWE, wants a chance at WrestleMania, but also wants to create change. People see Mustafa Ali and typically boo the name. I want to change that. Backstage, Dasha Fuentes talks with Drake Maverick about how the match ended with Tommy and Dorado. Maverick says he's livid because that was a marquee match that didn't end properly. He says next week Akira Tozawa, Kalisto, TJP, and Buddy Murphy will face off in a fatal 4-way matchup. Glock looks completely focused, just sitting on the corner until the bell rings. Ali is fired up as the two lock up. Alexander watching from the back. Matt Wrestling to start things off. Ali is getting best of his opponent thus far. Both ended up in the corner. Glock with a shove. Ali shoves him back. Ali gets tossed up into the air and thrown back to the mat. Ali recovers, hits a hurricane on a drop kick. Both end up in the corner again. Glock with a cheap elbow and a big clothesline to the back of Ali's neck. Ali tries to get to the second rope. Ends up on Glock's shoulders and ends up getting slammed down to the mat. Glock goes for a pin, 2 count. Ali with some palm strikes to Glock's face and a spinning heel kick to Glock down. Face buster, Ali covered, 2 count. Ali with some more big kicks that grounded Glock, who then throws him into the second turnbuckle. Glock tries for a dragon sleeper. Ali fights out of it and then gets clocked with a clothesline. Glock ends up out on the floor, up the top rope, and hits a front flip to the floor. He swings away at Glock's face and throws him back in the ring. Ali chant breaks out from the crowd. Goes for the 450, but Glock squeezes his feet from under him, and he goes all the way down to the floor. Referee starts up his 10 count. Glock breaks it up by going out to the floor and throwing him into the barricade. Glock gets him back in the ring, but Ali rolls him out to the floor. Glock comes back and charges Ali, who ends up sending him over to the announce table. Ali then dives on Glock, swings away, back inside the ring. Ali looking a bit crazy now and clears off the announce table. He brings Glock up on the table and ends up getting back body dropped down to the floor. Ouch. 10 count started. Up again. Glock broke up the pinfall again. Ali hard into the ring post. Glock picks up his opponent and tosses him into the timekeeper's area. 10 count starts up again. He crawls towards the ring and gets in at 9.5. He looks to be out of it as Glock tries for the dragon sleeper, as Ali immediately grabs the top rope. Tornado DDT by Ali. He climbs up to the top and lands a 450 for the win. Ali wins, advances to the finals to face off with Cedric Alexander at WrestleMania 34. After the match, Johnson in the ring. And that's how he feels to be going to WrestleMania. He says, I'm not going to WrestleMania. We are going to WrestleMania. Ali hugs family in the crowd and gives the title a quick look. Dark main event after 205 Live in Dallas Hall. Shinsuke Nakamura and Bobby Roode defeat Dolph Ziggler and Jinder Mahal. Also below, some sort of angle with a man in a chicken suit. Show you some pictures of that. Jordan, at Jordan 23 said, for some reason, the Dark match after 205 Live. Tonight ended with Nakamura and Rude doing the chicken dance with some random chicken guy in a chicken suit who's also at the announcer's booth. Still a fun show. Hashtag SmackDown Live. Yes, yes, yes. WrestleMania. And you can go to that link for the action and show you some pictures in my video for this week. And as normal, if you don't see you want to be if you don't know, just call me, brothers and sisters.